Hey guys! So I have to apologize for the background noise. My husband's watching NASCAR on his day off. But I wanted to show you how I'm gonna seal this painting. I was looking at some other paintings. I was just pulling them down to restore them a little bit better and realized I hadn't done this one. So I thought, well, it'd be fun to do a sealer on this one while you watch. As I described it before on the last video, I talked about how I kind of try to go with what the brush strokes were doing some of the time and the way I painted it. So I'm just taking my little sealer and brushing it on there. And of course that part's, to me, is very scary. Because each brush stroke you put on there may change it. You got air bubbles. There's different thicknesses of the strokes. But it also does such a beautiful thing for your painting. Gives it such a nice fine touch. And it brings out the depth of the colors. It gives it such a nice shine. So I guess this one I must have photographed and then I forgot to seal it up. Sorry I pause a lot because I'm like focusing on what I'm doing. I'm always afraid of ruining my paintings. This is down here where all those rocks and the ridges were that I painted here. So I like to bring the sealer in a little bit different way. And then of course, I think I've shown you a video before where you could see how if you look down the side of it, you can see if you've missed some sealer. And then I also I try to kind of keep working it because I don't want to have a thick blob of it somewhere just resting, because that'll cause some unevenness in your painting. This one's, I don't know, I think I did it last year. I'm not sure. Can't remember exactly, but it's based on an area that I think is really quite beautiful in New Mexico. It's near a place that's pretty much out in the middle of nowhere. It's in between Albuquerque and Santa Fe. And there's an area way back off the highway where there's a lake called Lake Cochiti. And then, see if I can say it right, Kashatui. I don't know if I said it right. They're the tent rocks, and it is on Indian reservation, Indian land, and you get to go. You can go in there and climb up on top of what they call the tent rocks, and it's a beautiful view. And so this is reminiscent of that area, where you can get on the very top of some of those bluffs and see across the desert to these other mountains, and then all these little ridges and flat topped plateaus. But you know, I had the owl and the funky tree. All right, almost done. We're back in this corner here. And then if I look down the side on this, and also I just keep running back because I don't want stuff just sitting on top and piling up, to change the levels of gloss here. I don't use a high gloss, I use just a regular gloss. because I also don't want it to be glaring when lights. Now see, right now it's a little bit glary from the lights. You can see the glare now, but it's still wet, and so after it dries, then the glare under lights inside the house won't be there. You won't see that. Outside you might, but and so that's one of the reasons, like I've told you before, I photograph these before I put the sealer on it. But then I will go ahead and photograph it once the sealer's on it. It really just depends on the colors on the painting as to if it photographs better or worse without the glare. But it always looks better in person with the sealer on it. All right, guys. Bye. Have a good day.